Howdy folks, it's a Tall Turtle here. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We are in the middle of the Balkans bush trip in the Cessna 172. And if you have no idea what's going on, watch the previous video because that explains everything. We're going to continue with leg 4 right now. Alright, looks like we have a really quick one here. We are starting at Lima Delta Sierra Papa. And yeah, stop dinging at me about the battery thing. We're heading to Lima Delta Sierra Sierra, super quick. Let's see what it looks like on the map. And then we'll match it up on this map. We are able to use the GPS and autopilot, which makes things pretty simple. It is Sierra Sierra, right? It is. So back through the mountains a little bit, it looks like. And Sierra Sierra going to show up. No, not till we get closer. Which is... no, it should be right above here. How come it's not showing up on there? It should once we take off. It will. I'm not worried about it. Alright, pretty simple. We'll just follow the GPS with autopilot. And let's do a little bit of reading for those of you who want to know what's going on this way. Unlike the Cub trip in Nevada where we had to do this like super detailed. Take flight from Split Airport and head east along the coastline. Past the peninsula town of Rijeka, nicknamed Little Venice because of its sheer beauty. We'll look for that. Watch for an inlet where the river feeds into the bay by a train yard. Okay, so we'll go along this, look for some beautiful towns, and then that's where we start going inland. The river and trains. Okie dokie. Roundabout, follow the state route heading northeast of the mountain loops this way. Eventually it will lead you to a large roundabout. So let's look for roundabout. So here we look for a beautiful town and a river and a train yard. Here we're going to look for a roundabout. Of course, GPS and autopilot are going to do all the work for us, but this is what we're looking for. Stay with the road as it curves around the hillside. In other words, I'm going to try to make sure these get caught up in our sightseeing. Either I'll call them out or they'll be in the sightseeing segments. That's why I'm doing this. Stay with the road as it curves. It'll lead you north through an open green plain before twisting through more hills and a large town. Situated on the fertile karstic field is known as that. This is your next stop. Look for a grassier strip. Okay. Super quick flight. Shouldn't be too hard to find that stuff with GPS. But we're looking for this green airfield. Green grassy airfield. Okie dokie. Let's release parking brake and get going here. Should be too challenging. We'll get autopilot and whoa, come on, rudder pedals. We'll get autopilot and GPS going here in a second. Holy moly. Airspeed is now alive. Altitude is pretty low. Not sure why it took so long for it to respond to speed here. There we go. And up. Whoa, whoa. There we go. Step on the brakes and stop the wheels. Flaps coming in. Aim towards our GPS track here. Just so GPS doesn't get mad. Look at that. Oh, come on, look at that. There we go. Hello, everybody. Don't mind us. Alright, there we go. Let's do... can't see that far. Let's do flight director. Let's do autopilot. We're going to do this heading trick first. If we do heading first, then it seems to be willing to follow nav. And altitude, not going to be 10 grand. Let's keep it at... let's go... whoa, wrong way. Let's go 7 grand this time. Because of those hills we have to cross, so vertical speed, nose up. Let's do 500 feet per minute, 400 feet per minute. And then we'll see what this levels off so we don't stall. Are we really going that way? It's not following nav now, is it? Let's do heading first. Is it going to follow heading? It's not following heading either. Or yeah, it's kind of following heading. Okay, now we'll follow nav. GPS. As you've been working so far, don't give up on me now. Otherwise we'll just have to use the heading bug to keep us lined up with this thing. Are you going to... I mean, there's no wind because they have weather turned off. Whatever. We can use this map to see our trek here. So, it's working. Maybe. Maybe. Let's trust it. It's been doing us well so far. Our speed is really fast. We can nose up and climb more aggressively. Keep an eye on that. Otherwise, that's it. Let's do a slow climb out of here together with the drone. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's a screenshot right there. And check that out. We are not using the back on track feature. Oh, look, other people are hanging out with us. That's the first time. Weird. Usually we have a lot of people, and then there's nobody, and now there's people today, because apparently I forgot to turn gamer tags off for this. That's okay, I'm not worried about it, we'll just keep on. It's kind of fun to know people are with us. Look how gorgeous that is. Jeez. Alrighty, let's check out the systems, make sure everything is still running. What a slow stinking climb. Are we gonna make it? See those hills up there? We're going right for them. Well, maybe, okay, never mind, it's gonna turn us in between. But still, I want to be up here at least in altitude. We'll stick with 7 grand for right now. We're only going to right there. I don't want to get too high. We'll see. It's only supposed to be 10 minutes, huh? Okay, we'll see about that. Alright, I'm going to monitor stuff. And you're going to get some sightseeing. And yeah, it's exciting that all the people joined us, but I'll see you in a little bit. Now LDSS showed up. Good. Alrighty. We're getting kind of close, kind of fast. I don't think we need to climb anymore because this is the highest point right here. So let's bring this down. Let's dial it back to 4,000 and freak it out. And then we'll continue on here. The orientation of the airport, huh? Well, that's pretty much our direction. So if it goes well, we should be able to find it without too much problem, but this sun is going to make it really difficult again, isn't it? We'll maintain 4,000 until we cross over this, and then we'll start coming down. So what does that look like? Oh, that's going to be that. Okay. And then we'll start coming down and look for some water. Whole bunch of water. Did it say anything about water here? No. Just that it's a fertile field. Fertile because of the water, right? Alrighty. Yeah. I'll give you another minute here to look around, and once we get to here, we gotta start figuring out how we're gonna approach this thing and land. Hopefully we can find it. I'll see you in a moment. It's fun to know other people are starting this because see they're 172s, right? So they're starting this right, they're right behind us. Probably 1 or 2 legs behind us. That is so cool. During the Nevada trip, on the first leg, we had gamer tags turned on, and there were hundreds of people. It only shows 50 at a time, but the names were constantly changing because it only did the 50 closest. But because the names were constantly changing, we knew there were more than 50, right? In this case, there's 1, and then someone else ready to start, it looks like. I'll have to turn those off though, because it'll get a little distracting further on. Wow, that's gorgeous, isn't it? The road going away, the water. Alrighty, anyway, here's all the water we're supposed to look for. And where is this airport in relation to the water? Looks like it's at the tip of that one, because there's the triangle right there. So it looks like we're going right here. That's not, okay, I thought I clicked on something. Should be right there. So, what are we going to do here? How are we going to do this? We are going to, I'm all flying straight in, I guess. Let's just start coming down. Let's just not even screw around. Are we able to come down yet? Yeah, I think so. And then we just have to figure out where it is exactly. I mean, the orientation is pretty much us flying straight in. I think, whoops, active pause. I accidentally active paused. Hopefully that doesn't screw up the treatment. That'd be a big bummer. Alrighty, that's right at the tip of that water, huh? Don't see anything yet. Oh yes, I do. There it is right there. So we need to come down without hitting this mountain and getting too close to the train. And then we're just going to fly straight in. And there is the gorgeous town. If I did not have the airplane in front of the cockpit in front of us, that will look like a real life video. Wow. Holy cow. And my kids are getting antsy. It is bedtime. So as soon as I land this plane, I'm going to have to break for the night to get some kids to bed. The video's not going to end for you. Of course, it just started. But for me, I'm going to have to break. So let me see if I can get this down before I have kids running in here. Always adds a bit of stress. We are going really fast, so let's extend our final as much as we can. So we can slow down, keep an eye on the prize, which is right there. Oh boy, we might have to go around. We'll see. We will see. Oh, there's like a stadium thing right there, right above the compass. Do you see that? Anyway, a lot of gorgeous, gorgeous scenery as we come around here. Where is that runway? We might, no, we'll make it. We'll be able to slow this down in time. No problem. We're getting really close. I guess we're not that close. But look, if we look at the train though, we're below the surrounding train. Gotta love it. Okay, I totally lost the airport. Ooh, are we gonna go slow down in time? We can slip it. We can slip it a little bit here, especially because you have a crosswind. That's fine. There we go. That'll let us come down and slow down. See? Otherwise, we'll come down and speed up. There we go. We're crabbing this all the way in because of the crosswind. So that's fine. It's working out. Flaps are up, so that's fine. Alrighty. Let's uncrab and get some flaps down. Don't use flaps as brakes, although they will work as brakes. I'm still crabbing it with the left rudder. I got so much left rudder in right now. It's ridiculous. Alright, let's execute a crosswind landing. Soft field, so we got to keep that nose wheel up. The ground effects. And touchdown. There we go. Right main down first on purpose. Keep that nose wheel up as long as possible. Let it touch down all on its own with the left main. Nose wheel will come down. There we go. Brakes. And maybe we missed the runway. I can't even tell. Nope, it's saving. So there we go. Alrighty, let's move right into leg 5, I think it is. So it's going to be a new day for me, but right in for you. Here we go. Alright, leg 5, and it is a new day, like I said. And meant nothing for you because of editing, but it's a new day for me. New energy. Looks like Lemon Square 1919 is joining us, or maybe a few legs ahead of us. I forgot to turn the gamer tags off, but that's okay. 1919 has some significance because in 1919 root beer, oh my gosh, I used to be such a root beer person, except I have an allergy now to most root types, so I can't have root beer or ginger. I can't even have fake root beer like Dad's root beer because there's something in it that still applies, and it's very very disappointing. But anyway, that is not how I plan on starting the video, but thank you Lemon Square 1919 for reminding me of my allergy of root beer. Alright, leg 5, we're going to come down here, repair and refuel, although we don't need to, but we're going to anyway. We have a half an hour leg in front of us. We are at Lima Delta Sierra Sierra, going to Lima Kilo Mike Oscar. Let's see where that is on the map, and then we will read about it and then just use GPS to guide us as we have been. There we go. So we're going along some mountain ridges or something for a while. Okay. It's not going to show up on this map yet, but we can zoom out. Maybe it will. Is it big enough to show up? No. No, but we'll just go like that. Now let's go like this. We can check elevation. Okie dokie. Computer will follow it. Simple enough. I was actually having a discussion on the Facebook group. I know I keep saying, well, stop looking at that stupid Facebook group. It drives me crazy. But I was discussing these bush trips to somebody, and they said you have to put the next waypoint into your GPS. But that's not true. You just do FMS and it follows this line instead of direct, which would be a problem because it would run you into mountains. But if you let the computer follow this line, you're fine. So there you go. Alrighty, let's hide that. Let's do our altitude. Let's, I don't know, 6,000 has been going pretty well so far. I don't see anything steeper coming up. No, nothing. Actually, this would be better, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's stick with 6 grand. So I have to dial it back to 6 grand. There we go. Alrighty, let's read about what we're doing and keep going here. Jabuka. As you take off from Sinj Airfield, set your sights southeast. Cross the rivers of the Cetina River before crossing the tributary of the Cetina, the Ruda River. Head a short distance further southeast to an asphalt triangle where the road meets largest state road Delta 220. From the roadway triangle, head southeast along 220 and you will soon pass the small hamlet of Terabnik. Yes, my child is doing bad words upstairs. You can hear him screaming, I'm sure. Continue in the same direction, you'll quickly come to another village, Gorna Tiharika. Also, I'm trying to get the day off of parenting because I've been parenting ever since Thanksgiving alone. Yeah, anyway. As the road starts bending farther northeast, it will eventually come to a fork. Let's not get too far ahead here, because even though the computer is going to fly it for us, I at least want to know what's going on. So we're going to take off. We're going to find an asphalt triangle, and then we're going to continue to a little village, and then we'll see a fork. Take the eastern route, soon you'll see a road bend towards another village. You just continue heading east over the valley, pick up the small road running towards the mountains, and then there's another village. So all these villages, as I edit this, I'm sure I'm looking at them on Google Maps because it's awesome to do that. So I recommend you follow along as well if you'd like to. So okay, so let's do all this. Actually, that's not very far. So let's keep going. Just south of the village is a large intersection. Follow the southeastern path, and then you'll see the glistening waters of Rijeka. Make your way over the lake, heading toward the canyon. On the southeast shoreline, it's taking us longer to read this in the flight, isn't it? Follow the road running to the hills. There'll be a blue lake. Okay. Running southeast, track the route alongside communities. It'll lead you to another town. I could do each of these and point out each town, but if you're following along with Google Maps, then you'll find these towns as well at the same time, and you'll be able to look at my video and then look at the town and see which town it is instead of me going through and saying, there's that town, there's that town, there's that town, there's that town. Because if I did that, you would have 2 hours of video for like one leg, and that's not fun for anybody. Not for me, can't imagine, not for you. So just follow along on the maps if you're curious. Just from the groove, you go to another river and then another town, and then goes past several villages towards the summit of Polog, which I've heard of before, and then we're going to Mostar Airport, continue along the road, and it'll lead you to a major city named after the medieval guards who kept watch over the old bridge that spans the Neretva River. Follow the river as you skirt around the mountains on the city's southern side, and follow the waters towards the next destination, Mostar International Airport. So big airport, probably can't miss it. So we'll let the computer fly this, or the autopilot fly it via GPS, via FMS, GPS I guess in this case, and then we will just sightsee along the way, and I'll adjust things like before, the altitude and stuff. So here we go. First set of flaps should be down, parking brake off. Let's go. Everything is all ready to do it. Everything just starts for you in these bush trip legs. You don't really need to know much of anything. The runway's over here though. Who put the airplane there? That's kind of funny. All right, are we gonna have enough runway? Dude, seriously, the heck? Whose idea was it to put the airplane right there? I knew I should have taken off with more flaps. Goodness gracious. Alright, flaps coming in now. But we're going to stay pretty low attitude here so that we can, oh, look at that cool looking bridge. Check that out. Ready? Where is it? Oh, are we going to be able to see it? Yeah, there it is. That's cool. It's all the little details, right? I am hand flying actually. For right now, we're going to get over to the little purple line. And then we'll introduce autopilot here. And I wonder, Lemon Square is ahead of us. I wonder if they're on the same leg. I wonder if we'll catch up. Wouldn't that be freaking cool to catch up to another real life player? Because that's what that is. That's a real life player doing this bush trip right now in real life. I'm doing this on a Saturday afternoon, Central Time USA. But we're not quite ready here. Oh my gosh, this is really fun to hand fly. This is really fun to hand fly. But it's harder to sightsee that way. Alright, we're just going to stay this heading until we line up with the purple line, then we'll turn a little bit to the east. Yeah, we better keep our climb going here. What do we have, 750? That's pretty good. Come on, purple line. Let's line up so we can sightsee. Well, let's look outside with this camera so we can look behind us. We just can't do the drone view. Oh, there's somebody else. Oh my gosh. They're coming in. They're climbing over that mountain super fast because they didn't realize how high it was. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. We got someone ahead of us, someone behind us. And notice they're all flying lower than I am. I wonder why that is. Maybe they don't understand how mountains work. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm the one who doesn't understand how mountains work. Anyway, come on, let's line up with that purple line. Probably because we're supposed to be heading towards that valley up there. Let's be a little more aggressive in our capturing. What are we at? 2200 and climbing. Alright, we're finally about to capture that line. So let's slowly turn back to line up with the purple arrows, and then we'll engage autopilot. I'm just having a lot of fun doing this by hand here. Oh, did they active pause? Maybe they're perfectly flying with autopilot. That's a little too perfect even for autopilot. If they pause, then we might catch up to them. You never know. Whoops, I was watching Lemon Square and I missed my arrow. I was so excited about Lemon Square and catching up to them. It could be female simmer. You never know. I have a lot of female simmers watch my channel, so thank you very much for that. Oh, we're supposed to turn now. Okay. We'll turn, avoid those power lines up there, and then we will engage autopilot. And I'm a little bit past. Alright, let's hop down here. Flight director, autopilot. Actually, let's do the heading thing first, because it seems to be, if you do heading bug first, heading and then go to nav, it'll stay on the nav better. I don't know if that's true. It seems to be that way. We're going to do vertical speed, nose up to 700. I said 700. There we go, because that's what we were doing. It seemed good. Climb to 6. We do not need VNAV in this aircraft, which I don't think you should anyway, but some aircraft you do in order to capture all of this stuff for some reason. Alrighty, so that is it. We'll keep the throttle firewalled, they call it. Let's quickly compare this to that, because why not? Yep, it's going to take us right through here, as it should. No secrets how this is working by now if you watch a previous video. We'll just keep that up. We'll hide that so we don't accidentally click on it. And that's it. I'm going to make sure altitude is good, and make sure autopilot doesn't go funky monkey, which, why is it going to turn yet? When are you going to turn back? Now it's turning. I don't trust that at all. Let's do this. Let's do heading bug again, and then go back to nav. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. Sightseeing. I'm going to keep an eye on systems and altitude. We might have to go up to 7 grand. Let's go up to 7 grand. I'll be more comfortable that way. Quickly before it captures that. There we go. Alrighty. And I think mixture's like auto mixture on this, because it doesn't do any good when I do anything. So anyway, that's it. I'm trying to create more than there is, I guess. So we're going to fly for 26 minutes left probably, and I'll see you near the airport, because I already talked about all those waypoints. So you can pull up Google Maps if you want to follow along, and I'll see you in a little bit. Well, it looks like our buddy Lemon Square rejoined us, and they're taking a nosedive to the next airport, probably. They'll probably be right in front of us going to the next airport. But anyway, we'd hold $7,000 just fine. I was trying to look for those waypoints that they pointed out, like the asphalt triangles and the interchanges and valleys, and make sure I get them in sightseeing, and I didn't see any of them. Let's hop outside here together and look around. I mean, I would assume these are, villages and towns and everything, and there's a tiny lake, and back here was supposed to be those triangles and interchanges. I didn't see anything. I just know we're flying over this enormous valley where there are villages and towns along the edges of the valley, but the middle is completely flat, probably because that's where the ideal farmland is, in the middle, right? It would only make logical sense. Ooh, look at those switchbacks going up that steep mountain. Oh, Gone Viper is climbing. They're higher than we are. Interesting. Only thing going that high does is takes more time to climb. So anyway, let's see here. Of course, the time of day stays the same for this whole trip, if that isn't already obvious. And I don't remember any particular other landmarks to look for other than just that we're in a valley. So let's reset the drone here. Let's hop back inside. We are going to be getting to our destination soon. The airport is coming into view on the GPS. So we're getting closer. We're right here, and the airport is right there. So not too much longer. It looks like we're going to come over a valley and see the airport. According to this, it's going to be perpendicular to us, but according to that, it isn't. So we'll see. No, it's not. This is the way the picture was taken. Interesting, because this has normally been north up until now. This is the first time north hasn't been up. Maybe north is kind of that way. No, we're not that far north. Anyway, on the globe. Anyway, there's our runway. So it looks like it's going to be kind of a offset straight in approach. Once we get over this ridge into the valley, we should be able to see that no problem. So anyway, I wasn't planning on interrupting, but I just wanted to talk about a few things. So we're right here. We're going to go over one ridge, go over another valley, and then another ridge, and then look for the airport. Simple enough. I'll see you when it's about time to land, because we already talked about all those waypoints. You can just rewind the tape if you want to read about them again. I'll catch you in a little bit. Alright, it looks like Lemon Square is actually right in front of us, literally right in front of us. They left again, and then they came back. And we might see them at the airport, which would be freaking cool. And then if we end up flying with them in their name tag is in our way, we'll turn it off. But that is really cool that that's happening. So anyway, we're getting really close. It's time to break in here because, like literally that's where we're going, even though it doesn't seem that far. Or just doesn't seem that far here. It seems farther on the map. It isn't that far because we are about right here, and there's that river there. The river splits, see, and that's where the airport is, just past that river. So we'll come down now in a minute. I just want to have a look outside together and look at how gorgeous this is. When I came over that crest and looked down in the valley, that was just amazing. In fact, you know what? Let's look around, but let's bring our autopilot way the heck down to like 1,000 feet, right? Let's just go down quite steeply. I have a feeling what the other person did is they were looking around and said, "There's the airport," and they nosedived. Let's go down pretty crazy. Keep our speed up though. Come on, there we go. Without overspeeding. And bring throttles back to overspeed. There we go. Can we look around without it being too goofy? Alright, let's bring that up. There we go. Wow. Yep, I can see the runway right there. Boom. Big runway. So we will get there in a second. We will have to hand fly in a moment just to come down and to land, of course. I just want to look around a little bit here. Check this out. The water in the background. Huge town behind us. Gone Viper is going down again. Maybe they forgot their wife in the bathroom or something? No. What's that joke? Something about this and that's a stupid joke. I'm not going to say it. Yeah, another one down again. Interesting. Anyway, it's looking gorgeous. Some farmland tucked in there. The rivers, see the rivers come together. And we got a pond up there. Major highway there. Very cool. Alright, the reason why I move and stop like this is so you can stop the video if you want to take a closer look at something without having a blurry frame, you know, by moving and stopping between frames, if that makes sense. Look at the dirt roads down there. That's really cool. Alrighty, time to put the drone away and fly a plane. We gotta come down without screwing up. So let's kill autopilot. Bring back throttles and just come down, down, down. But remember, notice this is a ridge here. So we're not aiming for that altitude. We want to stay above this altitude. Then we can kind of S-curve to come down, unless there's enough room to come down like this. Which there might be. But what I'm trying to say is we have to be careful. We don't want to hit that ridge line. Oh, so gorgeous. I love the scratches on the windows. That's so cool. But yeah, this plane's been behaving just fine. As of other aircraft I've been doing off camera in between a little bit. So many people complaining about stuff not working after the last update. But I'm really confused because I don't have any issues people are complaining about. Let's actually go this way. This will be fun. So the only thing I can think of is I have nothing in my community folder. I have no mods, no add-ons, no nothing. Just purely 100% vanilla. And I have no issues with anything. And all these other people having issues, they all have stuff in community folders, right? Like that mega livery pack. It's amazing, it's gorgeous, but those liveries cause so many stinking problems. It's so weird. I had that happen earlier on. I was trying to do a flight and my navigation wasn't working with autopilot, and it's because of the livery I was using. Like, I don't understand the correlation there, but you know, it's that kind of stuff. So whenever people complain about it, I tell them to take everything out of their community folder, and then they say, "Hey, it works." I'm like, "Yep." So, I mean, that stuff's awesome to have. It's cool to have like 770 liveries, but it's not working right now. And the simulator people are going to eventually license liveries so they can make the liveries, and then we know they'll work, right? So that's what I'm waiting for. So I don't know. I want to keep this mod-free 100% vanilla for the foreseeable future here, just so that things work. That's the only thing I can think of. All right, let's see if we can find this runway. Do we get too low to see the actual runway now? Nope, there it is. Look at this. I want to look around. Super duper fast. Take a few screenshots. If you're ever wondering why my sim stalls for like a second here and there, it's because I'm taking a screenshot. It just takes a second to draw the screenshot. Wow, look at this. Oh my. Wow. Wowzers. Alright, let's hop inside. Whoop, nope, come on. Default view. There we go. All right, let's get our speed back up again here. So we're gonna point down for speed, but throttle will keep us from descending. That's how that works. I say it every time, because sometimes when you're in a pinch, it doesn't work that way, right? Like if you're too close to the ground, you can't pitch down for speed, obviously. So you goose the throttle for speed, but you're still keeping the attitude level so you don't climb, which is essentially pitching down, right? Makes sense? All right, let's go in here with a pretty good clip. Was that the railroad they were talking about? Something more to say here. Medieval Guards, Major City, Mostar. The waters, yeah, the waters towards the next destination airport. Although hopefully, if you're suitable for flying an aircraft, you would have spotted that runway long before you even spotted the waters. All right, slight crossing from the right, but nothing really to be concerned about. There's our railroad tracks. Oh man, this is amazing. Yeah, it looks like Lemon Square signed off for now. They probably had to eat lunch or something. That's too bad. It would have been fun to like kind of keep up with them, but that's okay. All right, we're coming in hot, but we have an insanely long runway, so I'm not worried about it. I just wanted to get there. So we'll get flaps out in a second, a lot later than you normally would. And then we'll just use ground effects to carry us pretty much to the other side of the runway. I'm not in a hurry to land. So here we go. Let's start leveling off. That'll slow us down a little bit. And first set of flaps. There we go. There's our ground effects and floating. Second set of flaps. Hey, Lemon Square. You're actually here. Whoop, I wasn't paying attention. I was watching Lemon Square. Shoot. The ground effects threw us up. Shoot, sorry. Let's try to recover from that. Let's land somewhere on the runway. And there we go. Not my best landing of the trip, but not bad either. So, why are they over there? Huh. Anyway, you don't need to do that. Let's just stop and get credit for our flight. And there we go with a terrible landing because I was paying attention to somebody else. I always do the things you're not supposed to do. So use me as an example of things not to do when you fly a plane. Let's move on to leg, I think it's 6. I think it's 6. And Lemon Square's still with us. Oh, Lemon Square's taxiing out. There's a few people there. Let's speed this up. Faster. Faster. There we go. Where's Lemon Square right here? Lemon Square is inside another plane. What are they doing? Oh, here they come. All right, let's get going. Let's get out of here. Let's stay at Lemon Square. We will flaps down, parking brake. Let's go. It's not a race. It's just let's just get ahead. When we're in the air this time, we'll read about what's going on. Altitude. Let's bring back to 7 grand. How we know where we're going. Set heading bug. Then we'll read about it in a minute here. Repair and refuel, I guess. We don't need to. There we go. And step on the brakes. Flaps coming in. Okie dokie, we'll climb a little bit, and then we will engage autopilot and then see where we're actually going. Departing from Mostar, follow the river south. In time, you arrive over the riverside town of Capelina. Okay. An archaeological wonder dating back to 5 BC, where 2 bridges cross the waterway. Ooh, let's actually look for that. So let's get autopilot set up right now, so we can actually look for that. Flight director, autopilot, heading bug, and then nav, and then nose up. 500 feet per minute. Flaps coming, everything in? I think everything's good. Yeah. Okay. Don't freak out too much, autopilot. Oh, geez Louise. We might have... Why isn't autopilot capturing? Heading bug, please. Heading bug. Call. Jeez. Oh, because it wants to get to that, and then it's going to swing us back. It's just being aggressive about it. But the problem is, we're going to run into the freaking mountains. So let's, like, keep turning, please. Can you be a little more aggressive in your turn? Please? Come on. Oh, we're going to make it, but it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Why is it so subtle in its turn? golly. We're going to make it, but it's going to be a close one. There's some bridges down there. Is that what we wanted to see? Not sure. Not sure. Oh, here comes Lemon Square. They're going a different way. They're being a little smarter about it than I am. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Well, we made it. Now can we do nav? Now will it do nav? Yeah, I just want to be really aggressive about it. That's fine. That's fine. We can be a little more aggressive here. Yeah, I know. We'll do 600 feet per minute. Okie dokie. Where are we going and what are we doing? Well, we almost crashed into the train because I was trying to get out of there. That's super funny. We're going to head back to the coast now. Are we going to Tango Victor? No, we're going to Delta Uniform. We're going here. Okay, so we're going back to the coast, essentially. A scenic way back to the coast. Pretty straightforward. Let's hide that before we screw it up. We gotta climb faster than this, yo. We are way above optimal climb rate. It's just when I use the drone for sightseeing, this stalls out. So I just gotta be really careful. Alrighty, we're headed down to the coast. There we go. It's gonna show it right there. And we shouldn't have to climb that much higher, really. Look at this, right? Because we're just gonna follow the river. Yeah, we shouldn't have to worry about climbing that much higher. There we go. This is where it's going to take us. Nice. Let's see where Lemon Square is here. There's Lemon Square. Well, they're taking a different way. They may have, because we're over there, they probably put the next airport directly into their GPS and they're flying direct. Which works, but then you miss all the cool sightseeing stuff that's in the nav log, right? You don't see any of this cool stuff. Like the bridges were back there. We did catch those, thankfully. But they're going to miss all this cool stuff. Alrighty, let's put the drone away and hop inside and actually do what we're supposed to be doing. See how it starts to come way down? So I got to adjust this so we don't stall. See that? There we go. That's a good one. 500, 600 feet per minute because I want to sightsee. Alright, excellent. Now, what are we supposed to be doing? Let's see. We read about the bridges. We already saw that. Gorgeranzo. Make your way to the rolling hills just east of the riverbank, which is where we are right now because there's a riverbank. Complex marshes, lakes, underground, well springs, and rivers. To the south of it lies a large semi-artificial Svatko Lake. Must be that one right there. If not, I'm going to correct myself via Google Maps. Make your way across it, aiming for the southern shore, and proceed past it to a multi-road junction, which must be right in here. We'll look for that. I'll try to get that on sightseeing. It's just hard sometimes because I'm also monitoring systems and little mini-me's at my house. So I try to get the stuff in sightseeing. At the junction, look for the road leading south towards the gap between two mountains. That must be right here. Okay, that must be right there. Those names, both carpeted with forest brush. Keep on this path until the road you're following merges, which another's blend southeast. It'll take you past villages and ruins. Hopefully we notice the ruins, so that'll be right there along the shore, probably. From the southeastern bank of the reservoir, follow the canal. Follow the canal. Has to be around here somewhere. Or maybe I'm a little bit ahead of myself. Whoa. Getting altitude, which you'll break off and turn southeast. Okay, so all that stuff I talked about was right here, which is pretty close to where we are now. Yeah, okay, I better get sightseeing here. Okay, so there's that, and then this one got messed up. And this one, oh my gosh, come here. Come on. Another town over the mountainside. Tree Line Canyon. You're, of course, will lead you down the hillside village and the harbor. And then you do the coastline. Okay, so we're looking for some pretty cool stuff. Why am I not clicking on the right crap here? Alright, pretty cool stuff. Now this is north is behind us on this one. Fly over the proper and then farther southeast you'll reach the coast. Tracking the shoreline you'll pass small island. Make your way to the town and the airport. Okay, so we have a bunch of cool stuff to see. If that was too fast and you want more details, just pause the tape and read it for yourself, and we'll try to see what we can catch here. Let's zoom this in a little bit, because there's a bunch of stuff's going to happen in here. All kinds of stuff is going to happen in there. And we're going to Delta Uniform, right? Yeah, so we're going to there. Delta Uniform, that's the only thing I need to remember is that we're going to Delta Uniform. Okay, how we doing? Everything's looking good, right? Our speed is okay, our altitude is climbing, we're doing good, we're doing great. I assume 7,000 feet will be enough. Yeah, I don't see us doing anything too crazy here. Yeah, we'll keep the altitude up though. Okie dokie, sightseeing for a while, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, just breaking in here because I'm finding Lemon Square to be very entertaining. Because look how fast they're suddenly climbing. They were cruising at like 2,500. And they're just doing the direct route with the GPS, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You just don't see the waypoints, which again is fine. You can do however you want. But I'm amused that they're like, whoops, mountains. Because we're at 7 grand. We're coming up on 7 grand. And poor Lemon Square's taking valleys. And the GPS is probably screaming at them, but I decided to throw that in because it's super amusing. And while I have your attention, let's just check on a few things here. We're going over the reservoir now, and then there's the mountains and valleys we read about. You can rewind the tape if you want to reread the details. I'm not going to take the time now. And we're going to go through these canyons and stuff. Come through here, come out there, and then along the shore to our destination. Simple, simple, simple. It's not... I mean, it's so simple compared to the Nevada one, navigation-wise, but it's fine because the Nevada trip was absolutely mentally exhausting. So this is really nice that I don't have to worry about anything. Then when we do Patagonia, I think we have maps like this in cockpit, but it's very dangerous terrain, so that's going to be more challenging than this one for sure. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, so let's go back to some sightseeing. And once we get to the coastline, we'll start coming down. Hopefully 7 grand is enough. I might bump it up. We'll see. Well, there's our buddy Lemon Square with their shortcut, of course. They got miles ahead of us. It's not a race, of course. We're just following the sights, as I've already said a bunch of times. But it bumped something on my keyboard a minute ago, and my computer, my airplane went crazy. It seems to have recovered, but last time it bumped something on my keyboard, we thought we were recovered and we ended up crashing. So I hope, like the airplane crashed, not the sim. So I'm hoping I didn't just screw something up here. It's easy enough, simple enough airplane to operate that. I should be able to recover if I did something crazy, but look at these views. Jeez Louise. Wow, up to something too. No, it doesn't. Not in this airplane. Okay, never mind. Wow, though, let's look at that. Alrighty, so we read about everything up until this point. We're just simply going to navigate along this river. We are right here. We're going to navigate along, and Lemon Square is right here. So we're going to come across here and then go through some valley thing, which is what they're doing right now. It looks like their airport is along the coast down there. So, oh no, I was wrong. I'm wrong. We're right here. Wait a second. I was trying not to. No. Oh wait. What did I say? Well, what did I say? Whatever I said. We're there. That's what that says. We're about to turn south along the coast. Lemon Square then is up here. Not sure what their plan is. Maybe they're going to come out. Doesn't matter what they're doing. It's not a competition. It's just fun though to keep track, I guess. So we're right here, a little further than I thought, which is fine. About ready to turn south and then land at the airport, which should be not difficult to spot at all. In fact, I think I saw the beacon up here a moment ago. I thought. Maybe not. Anyway, just want to give you a quick little update for no apparent reason. It's kind of the most pointless update of all, but look at these sights. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Now, if we were flying much lower, we could follow the river and stuff and everything, but it's fun just to let the computer do it and give our minds a break. Alright, Lemon Square, hopefully you fit through there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the runway right there. Pretty sure. We'll see how this goes. Alrighty, once you get to the coast, I'll break off and rejoin you and fly by hands, and we'll fly this thing in. See you in a little bit. Our GPS lost us when I was going to turn us. That's kind of funny. Are we supposed to go to the bay? No, we're not. I didn't think we're supposed to go all the way to the bay. Whatever, doesn't matter. Looks like it's going to work now. So we're about to get to the coast. So we're going to start coming down here. And then we have a pretty good sized inlet. And then we'll see the airport, I guess. So let's keep it zoomed like that. Compare it to this over here. Keep that zoomed out, I guess. No, let's not. Let's zoom it in one more. Alrighty, and let's hide the map. And let's let the airplane do its thing. And Lemon Square is right the heck in front of us. Can you see them? Can you see Lemon Square? Oh, that's not going to work. Shoot, how do I zoom this in on this sim? Can you see them? They're right in front of us. I don't know if that's showing up. Depends what device you're watching. But they're right in front of us. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Alrighty, we gotta start coming down though. That was the point of this interruption. So let's bring speed down to, I think 2,000 will be safe. Let's start it. Let's do vertical descent, nose down. Let's do a nice 1,000 feet per minute. And then bring back throttles a little bit. We can keep it in the yellow, but not the red. And if that's too low, we will We'll wait till we get over this inlet to come down that far. Maybe we'll make it like 4,000. But let's just see what happens here at 2,000. And hopefully we don't have a T-bone collision here with Lemon Square. I also noticed, actually, can I do drone right now? Or is it going to crash? Sometimes drone mode will crash. Let's look at that island though. Wow. Out of the way, airplane. Look at that. We had someone else join us. Weenus 21. Join us at some point along the way. Anyway, very pretty. That's all I have to say. It's very pretty. Why are we flying sideways? Anyway, look at this. Let's hop inside though after we put the drone away. How's the speed doing? Good speed is okay. We can still firewall it. No, we can't. We're in the red over there. Let's bring that back. I'm looking over here. RPMs are going crazy because we're descending. Okay. Look out the windows. There we go. Looking good. Over the sea. Over the mountains. And Lemon Square's coming in yet? Right there. The airport's over there, buddy. You don't need a final 45 miles long. What are you doing? Huh. Maybe, oh, now they're turning. Now they're turning. I think they spotted it. Yeah, they probably couldn't see it from where they were, and they're really low to the ground too. Oh, and they're gone. So either they lost connection or they quit the sim or something, I don't know, but let's just peek out our windows here while I still trust autopilot. Look at that building up there, and the switchback's getting to it, and a little something to look at. And they're like a gazebo. Looking out this side. Look at that. So nice. Alrighty, what's going on in front of us? Yeah, Lemon Square quit. Okay. Alrighty, we know where the airport is. Let's zoom this in one more time though, because we can. Whoops, which way is it? Zoom in, there we go. And what are we at? 2,200. Then we'll hand fly here in a moment. We don't need this anymore. And we don't need this anymore. Alright, cool. Whoa, we are barely clearing this though. Pretty risky, but we got it. We got it. Yeah, here the satellite imagery is kind of taken away a little bit. So in some areas the satellite imagery looks way better. This is an area where it doesn't look that great, but you always need it enabled for your bush trips though. You can't get around that, or else you'll never figure out where you're going. Look at that truck down there, just slid off the road. Right there. He cut across and slid off. Anyway, I know the satellite, oh, now they're back. I know the satellite imagery is not going to be perfect. I'm not saying it should be or anything. I'm just saying in some areas it looks better with it off. And this might be one of those areas. But doesn't matter. Like I said, we need it for the bush trips regardless. So here we go. We're going to come in super fast. And then once we're on final, we will slow down. We're not racing Lemon Square. However, it is really freaking cool to be flying with some stranger on the internet. You gotta admit, that's pretty darn cool, right? When I started the Nevada trip, though, there were so many people doing it. You couldn't see the sky. It was just covered in names. So we turned off the gamer tags. But this is kind of cool to have like one other person. All right, we are all red on the Pappy, so let's stay level here. I'm actually going to pitch up to slow down and not change my throttle. And then it'll keep us level while we slow down. Coming in on final, we're number 2, right behind Lemon Square. And wouldn't that be cool if they saw my gamer tag and they're like, hey, I watched that person on YouTube, but I'm such a tiny channel that, what are they over? What are they doing? What are they doing? Anyway, I'm such a tiny channel that chances of that happening are like nil. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to have a chat feature though, wouldn't it? To chat with this person and be like, what are you doing? Like seriously, what are you doing right now? Because this is our destination and you just overflew it. Oh, no, they're just going really, really, really slow. Okay. Never mind. This is really cool. Look at this. We're going to catch up to them. I know we're coming in hot, but that's because we have a long runway and plenty of time to slow down. Oh my gosh. This is going to be freaking hilarious. Oh, this is hilarious. Why are they to the left of... Look out.
500.
That was hilarious. You can hear them. You can hear them on the left speaker. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Why are they so high though? And whatever. Oh my gosh, have a chat feature would be so stinking cool right now. Anyway, it'd be pretty hard to chat when you're on final. Alright, first set of flaps are down already. Second set of flaps are down. And here we go. Oh my gosh, we totally overtook them. How's that for realism, eh? Alright. Good approach speed, good everything. Let's just let ground effects settle us down nicely. Oh, look at that. That was really funny too. There we go. Touchdown, smooth as silk. Boom. And why is my rudder not working? There we go. That was amazing. That was amazing. Let's stop and get her credit for this. Nice. What are the chances, huh? Alright, there we go. We are going to do one more leg in this video. It should be like a 10-minute thing, so let's quickly get going. Yep, here we are. First set of flaps down, repair and refuel. And we're going to Tango Victor for this one. See, they go to a fuel thing every time. Let's go to Tango Victor. Where is Tango Victor? There we go. We're just following the coast over some water to our destination. Super quick. Let's get in the air and read about it there because, you know me, it'll take us longer to read about it than to fly it. So let's just fly it. So this is leg 7, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if I'm doing this correctly. All right, Lemon Square. We'll see you on the next one. Alright, we're in the air already. Step on those brakes to stop the wheels. And first set of flaps in. There should only be one flap right now. And see you later, Lemon Square. Looking for the fuel. Sometimes there's fuel, sometimes there's not. That's why you have to bind it to your yoke. Alright, let's just head out. Pretty much straight out. Feels like the wind picked up though. Anyway. Let's see. What are we doing? What do we want for altitude? Let's go back on. Let's only go to 5 grand this time. Flight director back on. The heading bug ready. Autopilot heading for right now. Vertical speed nose up. 400 feet per minute, let's say. And now let's do nav. That seems to work. And are we going to clear everything? I think we will. Let's look outside super fast and then we'll read about what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, there's Venus coming in as well. Very cool. Oh, there's someone else. Who's that? Drink Lime joined us as well. Okay. Alright, let's read what we're supposed to be doing. Make sure autopilot is not screwed up. Okay, we can be a little more aggressive under climb here. There we go. Alright. Over to Tango Victor, which is right there off our map. After the water. Gruda, in the air above Dubrovnik, set your sights southeast and find the state road Delta 8, which is... I'm stretching my neck. Can you hear my microphone getting farther away? Probably right there. The Adriatic Highway, I've heard of that. After a beach stretch, a road will lead to the small village of Gruda, which again, probably that one, but you can follow along on Google Maps. Continuing the same direction, you'll soon head up an Igloo, a small town on the coast, overlooking Hrvatska and Montenegro. I've heard of that too, which is probably right up there because there's our water we're looking for. Carry on southeast down the rugged, densely populated coast towards a marina in the distance, which will be over there. And then the airport, straight shot southeast from the marina across the waters. Make your way toward the seaside town of Tivat. Yeah, we use this airport in X-Plane for a sub request. Remember I told you before we flew over this area in the 727, which is also my background wallpaper that cycles through every couple images. We use this airport. Very cool. Alrighty, so we're just going to do that. We're going to have some quick sightseeing. Are we going to get enough altitude to get over this stuff over here? I think so. And then once we get to this water, we'll start coming down because the airport is just right there on the side of the water. So we'll use the waterway as our descent, regardless of what the computer wants us to do. Meaning, if it puts us right over, no, but it's going to go right there. Okay. I was going to say if the route put us over here, we're going to change that. So we use the water to come down. So we'll get some altitude. We've got time to do it. There's a water, so we'll go over this hill and under the hill. What we really should do is use heading bug though and fly this valley. I don't know why it's putting this over there, but whatever. That's what we're gonna do, and the airport is right there. Okie dokie, minute sightseeing, we gotta land already. See you in a moment. Alright, we're not even gonna reach 5 grand. We don't need to, so let's just start coming down already. Whoops, let's do 1600. That looks good. Nose down. Like 800 feet per minute or so for this one. Just keep an eye on our speed and everything. This got all screwed up because I had so much drone time. It screws up some stuff. So hopefully it's going to take us safely over the bay, not into the mountains like it tried to do last time, or was even on track. I'm kind of nervous. We'll see how it goes here. We do have more people joining us, which is totally awesome. Alright, so I wanted to hop outside with you before we land this thing, because I wanted to check out this bay, or this town below us. Even some tall buildings. Check that out. That is gorgeous, and we're seeing, again, the sights or the satellite imagery here isn't as nearly as convincing as other places, but it's still better than, you know, what we had before the sim came out in terms of scenery. We're just gonna look around together a little bit before we land. There's the valley. Lemon Square is on his way. Drink Lime is quickly in a panic going over some mountains. And then another person, I don't know where they are. Maybe they're too far away to register. Here we go. This is a good shot. I should have had that up the whole time. Nice. Of course, the satellite imagery gets more convincing the further away you get. However, some of it is good up close too. But anyway, I don't spot a runway yet, to be honest. Oh yeah, I did. It just came in. It's right there. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, let's put the drone away. It's time to fly a plane. We're going to hand fly the rest of this, because we can. There we go. And watch that prop RPM, or watch RPM in general. And we're just going to fly. Fly, fly, fly. And then we'll land. And that'll be it for this video, and then we'll continue the next one. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. And now that we don't have another airplane literally on our tail, let's see if we can have a much better landing than the last one. The last one wasn't all that good. I was staring at them instead of where I was, so we'll try to do a better job here. Alright, let's see. Let's just come on in and land an A-plane. It's really interesting how in the Nevada trip the photo of your destination airport was always north up. At least I thought it was. In this, it's just whatever. Like, this isn't even the direction we're coming in from up here. So this is like upside down even for us. So we're coming from here, sorry. We're coming from here like this. And then into the runway. See? There's that. So that's not even the way we're coming from. Strange. Whatever. Just thought I'd say something about that. Let's not run into the mountain next to us. Please. I know I'm getting that weird horizon line that you get at sunset. Everybody gets that. That's just the way the shaders are working, I guess. There we go. Vassie here, and we're 1 and 1, or half red, half yellow, white, whatever you want to say. We're on glide slope, I guess is what I'm trying to say. good. So I'm gonna maintain this trim and this everything, and come in for a landing. I don't want to look around too much because I don't want to screw up this landing. Our last one was so terrible. So we just need to pay attention. In case you can't find the airport by now, there's your marina. It's kind of funny when they give those specific details, because if we had a tiny little dirt or grass strip in the mountains, then something like that would be important, right? Like there's a house, go beyond the house or go beyond the farm. But a big airport like this, just look for it in the water. Well, that is a nice looking marina though. Oh, I want to see more. Oh, look at that. There's that weird stuttering again, even though our frame rates are what? In the 30s, 40s. We're still getting that weird flashing stuff, but that's okay. I'm used to it by now. There you go. All those boats have sunken. Look at all the boats have sunken. That's a bummer. Alrighty, here we go. Let's have a much better landing than last time. Please. We'll slow down in a bit here. We don't need to slow down quite yet. We can slow down very quickly. Alright, starting to slow down. Getting distracted by the scenery. And very slight wind. Even though it's not real world weather, when you do these, there is weather. It's like 7 knots from some direction. So like we do a slight crosswind. First set of flaps down. And second set of flaps down. Way later than you normally would. I know. And coming up over what would be a threshold. And here we go, and just let it hold off, and ground effects will take us. There they are. And smooth, a little bit of left rudder because of crosswind, not much. And tease that stall horn. And there we go, much better. Let the nose come down on its own. There we go. And flaps coming in and on the brakes. Much better than last time. There it is, and that's gonna be it for this video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, play the YouTube game with me. You know the drill. I'll see you next time.